Hello and welcome back to episode 9 of the Commonwealth of United Stars. Before we get into today's episode, if you want to leave a comment, like, or subscribe below, it would be much appreciated. Consider becoming a member of the channel as well to help support me financially. One membership is basically an entire video worth of ad revenue, so it is very, very important to make sure that I keep content going and really shows me what I'm doing stuff right. Other than that, if you guys got name or planet or commander suggestions, put them in the comments below. You guys have come out with lots of really great suggestions recently, which I'm very, very happy to see. So, where are we in the current galaxy situation? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Alpha Centauri. We've come up here. We're going to turn on some of the display. So, here's an idea where our current ships are. So, we're as far as Silesia, but also in HH Andromedae. We've kind of brought a lot of our survey ships back from the frontier, which is, around these areas, around here. And in terms of populated systems, we've got 61 Cygni, Alpha Centauri, and Silesia, and we're looking to colonize Tau Ceti, EQ Pegasi, and Groombridge, and begin to expand outwards. In terms of habitable planets and habitable planets that we can look for, if we have a look at normal gravity, low colony cost worlds. So, got a lot of low colony cost worlds all over the place that will be willing to colonize. A lot of worlds with a lot of resources that we will be having a look at, particularly. And also see which systems we've surveyed the bodies for. We haven't done Greenbridge yet because I believe Greenbridge has that very high elliptical orbit kind of area. But our main concern is, again, the Swarm, who are in Wolf 359 that we will be needing to deal with. We're moving up to Tau Ceti, and we're going to need to be really fortifying our border against those kind of forces. We designed a new destroyer that we will be using particularly to patrol against raiders, and then our normal destroyers will be used against the main primary enemy, that being the Swarm. So let's get this show on the road. 1 day increments. And head back. Destroyer Squadron 1 completed orders, orbiting Griffin, so we got them back after getting them refueled with the tanker. Intersystem transport has reached Dortmund, so this is going to be for transporting all of the necessary resources. So I'm going to create a mineral transportation group. Mineral Transport Flotilla. I'm going to put you in there. And this is going to be for moving resources back and forth. So you're going to load all minerals until full, then transfer them to the colony. Do we not have cargo shuttles on this? We do have cargo shuttles. We should be able to then unload the minerals. Ah, yeah, there we go. So you'll unload the minerals, you'll cycle those move orders accordingly, so that you'll move them from Basilisk to Dortmund. Which will be obviously of interest, and then we'll be shipping them out from there. So we're going to need a freighter, a larger freighter, but we'll also be needing a refueling station at Dortmund. And I believe we were moving that. So you are loading mines, you are doing refueling station and loading that at Dortmund, yes. So we will have that done hopefully in a decently good enough time. In the meantime, we are going to obviously build up our infrastructure in terms of the amount of ships that we have all over the place. Deep space track stations. There is one of our survey ships that is now free. Let's send that to, I think, EQ Pegasi. So that is the Hotspur. I'm going to send you over to EQ Pegasi and send you to go survey that star. And have we completed overhauls on all these guys? No, we're not. We're still waiting on that. We're also waiting on... Oh, yeah, we were dealing with this problem, weren't we? Some repair. And then get them refuel, resupplied. And then also do a overhaul for me, please. We're waiting on... So we got this fight, or this ship. I'm going to have the Hephaestus actually come back to Alpha Centauri and pick up the new platforms. And then bring them over to a colony. Military transport squadrons completed. So I believe that was the garrison division we delivered to Dortmund. Yes, it was. So we delivered another garrison division to Dortmund. We are running out of garrison divisions to train. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a division. So that's another garrison division that we can have training up immediately to take another colony. Speaking of colonies, let's have a look at Tau Ceti. Let's give some names to some of these worlds in Tau Ceti. So this world, which will be the first interest, there's also this one here with a bunch of galaxites. Some very, very good colonizable worlds here. We're going to rename this to, let me just have a look at my comments. Let's have a look at what you guys suggested. So I'm going to go for, let's name this Seraph. That'll be first name. We'll name this very rich world Umatilla. We'll name this planet Morrow. And then this planet can be called Gigantes, because it is a large world. Though the gravity is a little bit too much for us, which means we can't actually colonize it. It's also a Venusian world as well. I'm going to rename this body to Tillamook. There we go. But we have in this system all the soaring resources that we need. This is the kind of system where I might want to put some kind of local construction capacity to kind of build it up here. But it's definitely going to be a very valuable system as long as we can protect it from the swarm. That is. The Shore Squadron 2 is completed orders. It's orbiting Griffin. Fantastic news. And new shipping line just finished up, and we also added an initial slipway to the not the collier, to the mineral freighter. We're going to keep adding in additional slipways because we're going to need more of those to be able to transport the necessary infrastructure around. Commercial shipyard complexes are now done, so we'll just leave those there for now, and then I'm going to start building. So we are building these extracting stations. How many mines do we have? A lot of mines that we are running out of automated mines. Let me start construction on additional construction factories because we are going to need to really ramp up our production capability here. So we'll get that underway. We are also building another Barbarossa, which we should hopefully have ready to go somewhat soon. Let me just take a look. Yeah, we don't have anything else. We have a bunch of Ares-class frigates available to go here shortly. And we'll need to, obviously, dispatch those. Places like Dortmund, for example. Basilisk is starting to really get its production underway now. And I also want to start getting deep space tracking stations to some of these colonies as well. Now, we don't have anything there that we can do anything with. Let me have a look at... I remember there was... Is it a frigate squadron that we had that had a bunch of freighters in it? Yeah, this one. We've got 3 freighters in here. We're going to call this Freighter Squadron 6, 75 kilotons. And we're going to then bring that back under to Freighterland. Bring that under. And then we're going to order that to begin transporting over deep space tracking stations. So we currently have, how many do we have? 8 of them. So we're going to move, I'd say 9. We're going to move those over to Silesia. Move them to Dortmund. Back to Alpha Centauri and then refuel. And we're going to repeat that twice. Get those deep space tracking stations moved over for additional detection capability. The Hotspur is going to have to transit through that jump point. It'll take 2 days. Discover system of Zeta Sextanus. Looks like very uninhabitable, but there's a couple of Super Jovians, so there might be some good resources there. The True Sight has completed her overhaul, so we're going to order the True Sight away and to a new system. Let me have a look at what systems we have. Gamma Carinae, potentially. Let's go to Theta Corvi and explore through that jump point. 1 day increments. And Hephaestus has completed orders. So what we're going to do with the Hephaestus, we just close all this up, make it a little bit easier to see, is I'm going to detach the strike fighter squadron, and I'm going to then have it move Balladeer class vessels around. So we have 15 Balladeers that we can move. It's 13,000 tons. ODMs. Oh, that's got a bunch of them. 16. I guess we can probably only move like 12 of them, I would imagine, because they're a little bit bigger than our current fires. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to move these guys over. Now, where do I want them? Ideally in like Tarsetti or on those jump points, that kind of area. But also probably in orbit around places. So, for example, yeah, but that's not really going to work, is it? Let me think. If they're in orbit of a colony, they'll just get blown up anyway because their primary purpose is jump point defense. So, yeah. Let me just keep you loaded for now, and then we'll move you over as needed. But like, we need to stabilize Tau Ceti first and get into that area before we really manage to do anything. Seeker has finished its overhaul, so we can start getting our surveyors out there. Exploration Core. And Seeker, let me send you over to let's send you to Struve 2398. Very close, actually. Slipway added to Capellan Heavy Industries. So that is this one. So we can begin to build more freighters. Which again, we are going to be needing. We're getting refueling stations moved over to Dortmund. Then hopefully we can get some cargo short stations and get some maintenance supplies actually moved over as well to support ourselves. The infrastructure is going better here, and we also are now mining a decent amount of resources, which we will need to begin shipping out. The Irresistible is done. We're going to send you to 79 Aranius, which is on the fuel arm of the galaxy. And yeah, just incoming along here. I think, yeah, so we'll see if we can get into Tassie. How long are we going to be waiting? And again, there's the Vigilance. How long am I expecting to wait here in terms of survey efforts? Construction efforts. 18 days until we got that done. 71 Andromedae, not really got anything there. Production of infrastructure done on Griffin. I'm going to produce about 50 more maintenance facilities. And then we nearly have that research done for the new destroyers. Okay, 3 Achilles class destroyers just finished up construction. And then the JSS Attack 2 just finished up in Beta Antillier, which is what's going to get us to Tau Ceti. So we can go through Beta Antillier, but now we can go into Tau Ceti. So I'm going to have our jump stabilization station attack. Oh, no, it's under Merchant Marine, JSS 2. Go through into Tau Ceti, and we're again stabilizing into Beta Antillier. And we're going to have our tug, though, go to Alpha Centauri and grab the third, and we're going to go back to Beta Antillier. And we're then going to stabilize the EQ Pegasi jump point. There we go. Don't deactivate transponder. Release track the chips. There we go. First squadron completed orders. I'm gonna actually separate you. I'm gonna go for extra system mineral transport squadron 1. I'm gonna put you under here. I want to make sure this is logistically sorted as well. So we'll go for logistics. All main assignment, assign commander, and we're going to have extra system transport. You're going to go to Silesia, you're going to go to Dortmund, and you're going to load all minerals until full. To that Osal Centauri, and then refuel accordingly. And that is going to be your cycled orders. 5 active research facilities on Griffin, so that'll be the new engine we got. So we're going to give the new ship a name. So we have Destroyer DDX. We're going to rename this. Let me think of a good name. Starfall class destroyer sounds like a good name. That's what was suggested. So we're going to go for the Starfall class destroyer. Get that into immediate active service when possible here. So I'm going to retool for this shipyard for the Starfall. That'll be done on January of next year. And we do need to sort the research labs out. Let's sort out our jump drive efficiency, and then we're going to go for ion drives, I think. The Reliance finished her overhaul, so we're going to send her to... Look at the galactic map. What is that name called? 54 Piscium. And you over to there. In terms of maintenance, like not maintenance, but in terms of supporting our ships, yeah, we're getting plenty of maintenance supplies here. We've got plenty of fuel here as well. How are our fuel harvesters actually doing? Fuel transport's doing okay. Harvester groups are harvesting approximately 27, 28 million litres of fuel a year. We would probably need to ramp that up, considering. A bunch of stuff was trained that we needed for our colonies. That's the 100 kiloton done here. I'd like to get you to move maintenance facilities over, but I'm not sure we have enough infrastructure for that. We would need 5 facilities every 3,000. Yeah, we could. Over to Dortmund. I want to make sure that is at least secure. So I'm going to move, order these guys to move 20 maintenance facilities over to Dortmund. Unload, then get Tau Centauri, then refill from Griffin, and we're going to repeat that total of 5 times. There we go. And another thing that I'm going to do as well is I go into Cygni. Okay. Alpha Centauri. No, yeah. If I go into Signal Cygni and 61 Hydra, we have this stretch of territory, and I think this is going to be a potential problem for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create waypoints. How big of a stretch of distance is this? About 440 million kilometers. Okay, so we're going to create a waypoint here. Now, how close in do I have to get? Okay, not too bad. So we're going to create waypoint. Waypoint. We're just going to slowly do this, and then we're going to put buoys on all of these. And since these won't move, should, relatively speaking, be pretty good. We're going to need a lot of buoys to do this, though. And it's not a straight line, that's for sure. But it's about as close as I'm going to be able to get, relatively speaking, here. Okay, so we need approximately 32 buoys, or 31-ish. And we'll need to be deploying all of those, so I'm going to send 2 destroyers to go and do this job. So they're going to need 3 destroyers to do this job. So I'm going to order... Where's my destroyers? You guys. You have nothing. So I'm going to have to send 2 destroyers. We've got some fresh destroyers, actually. 3 Achilles. I'm going to send them on a little mission. So they each should have a total of, how many buoys? 30 buoys. I'm going to tell them to go over to Cygni, go to 61 Hydra, and then we're going to have them sort out all these jump points once they have arrived. It's not straight, though. Yeah. Like, that will... I need that to be, like, directly online here. Otherwise, it's not going to work out, is it? So I'm going to have to just delete all these waypoints. At least I can delete them all at once. Oh, can I not? Pain. Pain of waypoint system. So you go along this line. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, and then we're just going to follow along this line. And how much this is? Yeah, it's about 10 million kilometers. That works for me. Okay, and then we gotta keep along that, okay? So imagine that was continuing. So along that line. Yeah, a lot more buoys actually. Damn. A lot more. But it's all necessary to ensure the safety of our cargo ships. The cargo lanes must remain open. They must. Anything else and we will have problems. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, now I need to send another destroyer, I think. So I'm going to send the HMS Sulphur to the system. 61 Hydra. And once they arrive, we can start setting some stuff up. New research labs being built. And new jump point found. There's the fleet. Okay, so dash to Havoc. Havoc, you are going to launch ready ordnance. Now, we're going to need to give some time between each because of launcher issues, right? So we're going to go for load buoy, assign system, and you're going to start from waypoint 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So waypoint 3, you are going to fire at waypoint 3. Actually, no, you don't even need to do that, do you? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have you go to waypoint 3, launch ready ordnance. Then we're gonna take, I don't know how long it's be. This maybe. Then what's that? 4 hours, 4 minutes. I mean seconds. It can't be 4 minutes. That must be 4 hours. Yeah. So do that, and then 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 do that. And so that will give a little bit of time between. So 1, 2, 3, 6, and then this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that gives us a total of 10 of those to do. So that's up to 13. Then we are going to take the King William. And we are going to have you launch ready ordnance on these ones. with a order delay between each. Good. And then we're going to have the... Where is it? The Parnassus. Do the exact same thing, but we're going to go up to here. 23, 24. So we're going to need up to 33. I hate that it keeps coming all the way down like that. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and then 33. Okay, and they should go, and they should know exactly what to do from this point. So here we go. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So all these... I mean, it's not really... I thought that the sensors were a little bit bigger. I mean, that's still pretty good. Not great. It's not really what I was after exactly. Okay, we're missing some in line. They should have been a little bit closer here. Yeah. That's not really what I was looking for. I thought I had about 10 million kilometer range between each, which would have been, you know, up to here in terms of safety, in terms of line safety. What's the, this is the Delta 1 buoy. The Delta 1 buoy has a 5 million kilometer, 1000 signature range on it. They'll be up to about here. So yeah, I mean, it's a decent amount of protection. So then we're going to have all these guys just go up and join with each other. I'm going to send them back. Then we're going to have, where is it? Not the HMS Havoc, the HMS Sulphur. You're going to go over here. You're going to go to the waypoint. You're going to load up your size 5 launcher. Load up your buoy. And we're going to take you to waypoint 13. 13 and then 34 to 33. So go to waypoints 13, launch the ordnance. And 34 to 30 to 43. Which should be enough for what we need. Because that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're a little bit off. And then once you're done with that, go back to Alpha Centauri, then refuel, resupply. And there you go. Okay. Well, this is a bit of an experiment, I would say this, in terms of extending detection ranges and providing a safe corridor. I don't know what ships are looking from junk truck. What's going on with you? Why can't you transfer? Got some on the list. Commodore Lysander was built. Where the hell is the ship? You didn't launch anything. What are you on about? You launched 2 buoys and then you left. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Refuel. Go to Cygni. Go to Hydrate. And then 34 to bloody 30. Did you do 34? You did do 34. So you didn't do 35. At the very least, you can then go and just load ordnance while you're there, and then refuel, resupply, then you go back, and at least we'll be able to get every single one at this point. 35, 36, 37, 38. Oh, I know why. We need to put the old delay in. That would that might explain why. That was not really your fault. I just forgot about that, Mr. Ship. But we are able to do so. So 37, 38, 39, and we're just going to go, of course, down the list. Because they can't fire the missile immediately because the reload rate is not that fast. And then go back to Alpha Centauri and then refuel resupply. Okay, that should work. True size. Found a new jump point. And there's the fighter squadron coming in. Three new fighters were built. We're going to order up another 3 fighters to be built. Okay, nearly here. Excuse me, what the you put down 2 boys and then you just left. Hello? No, that's not acceptable. You can't just do that. You can't just put down 2 bloody boys, leave, and then do them in the odd pattern. What? 36, 38, 39. Did you at least launch it there? No, you didn't. You launch it on 38. You just launch once and then you don't do anything. 38 launch buoy. Okay, good. 39 launch buoy. It was going so smoothly earlier as well. So smoothly. Number 40. And then 41 and 43. 41. And then 43. Then go back to Alpha Centauri, we should resupply. And also load ordnance. But there we go. So we have all these boys now in a line. Oh god, that looks a little ridiculous. We can kind of see what we were going for. Now, the actives don't fully cover correctly, but the passive should. So we should get a general gist of anything within that kind of that lane. And we'll see as, you know, ships come by, right? Let me just sort Dortmund out. It needs to, because we are moving over maintenance facilities over there. We also mean that refueling station, and we're getting more stuff moved to the other colonies, and deep space tracking stations as well. You're gonna see, you know, ships are gonna come through here. You guys got on DD Silver. Yeah, because you took about 50 million years to do this, so I'm just gonna estimate repair that because you were bugging the hell out. Do I have a problem with this design? Oh, I do. They don't have enough MSP to repair if the engine gets bloody blown out. Well, that's a flaw in that design. But yeah, you'll see ships transit through here, so we'll know anything about those ships as they move through, which is pretty damn good. We're going to keep the episode going on for a little bit longer because we haven't done too much after that incredible time sink. 50 kiloton freight squadron. We are going to begin moving over. Cargo short station, no. Did we get the ordnance transfer station moved over to San Martin? We did. Okay, we can actually then order our colliers. So we should have colliers available. Where are they? They will be in the support fleet. Mineral ammunition transport. So we are going to detach. We got how many rounds? Okay, so we're going to go to 61 Cygni, unload ordnance, go back to Silesia, and not Silesia. We don't want to Silesia. Go to Alpha Centauri, load ordnance, then go to Cygni again, and then unload ordnance. You can just refuel from the colony while you're there. That will allow us to actually station the necessary stuff or the necessary ordnance in situ. Now, we don't have that Barbarossa yet, but we're going to be sending that over to where I need it, which will be in that colony. Construction, Apollo, complete overhaul, so that will be important. I'm going to send you up to Silesia, to Dortmund, to defend. We're again waiting on the Town City stabilization. If we go to Town City, we're waiting 158 days to stabilize that jump point before we can do anything. Potential ground surveillance stance is good. Aurora, Susa, that's another tanker built. A lot of management we're going to need to do, and we are training up here our next division. 71 Andromedae, done. Let's get the true sight to continue. True sight. Where are you, good sir? You are here. Very good. Lots of jump points to have a look through. You discover the system of 124 Virginis. There's a subarctic nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, very small amount. There's even neon in the atmosphere, very interesting. Very interesting binary star system. Another freighter was built. And gravitational survey of 79 Aranius done by the Irresistible. So we're going to have the Aranius, or that, sorted out and surveyed. Apollo is now in orbit of Dortmund. And we're now surveying that area. This system of 114 Hercules. Largely empty. If we have a look at the galactic map situation at the moment, you see we're trailing off all the way over here, and this is where our ships kind of are located at the moment. But we've also got systems, in this kind of area. Let me have a look at what is the status of. We're moving over ordnance, so we've got that ordnance now on the colony, which is fantastic. Basilisk is now mining quite about 1,000 tons of resources. That's being shipped over to here, then hoveled up into the necessary transport. We're getting maintenance capacity on this planet up, which will then allow us to start our colonies, start defending this better. We've got ordnance over here. We also have a lot of mines actually mining now. In fact, I would like to get more of them done, but I would also like to get into Tau Ceti in terms of actual colonization efforts. But of course, that may take some time to do so. What I was going to do is, what is the status on the retooling effort? We are 90% done on the Starfall. That'll be, again, January. Well, that explains why the shows were having so many problems. There's a design flaw in them. Ammunition Support Squadron done, so that does mean that San Martin should have about 256 Bravo 1 ASHMs and 124 fighter ASHMs, so you can reload destroyers pretty handily from here. In terms of, those fighters are going to be built up. In terms of the shipyard retooling, we again are waiting until next tick over. Retooled done, so I'm now going to order up 3 Style 4 classes. We are going to make sure we do name them up correctly. So I'm going to do HMS. And we're going to go for RMN. The class theme, let's call RMN, suffice, suffix, good. Okay, but I am going to name this ship the HMS Starfall. And we're going to build that into the shipyard fleet. So HMS Starfall. Then we're going to name this one HMS Sundrop. These are all suggestions from you guys, so HMS Sundrop. Then we're going to rename this to HMS Thunderdrum. And that is 3 Starfall class destroyers, which will be very useful. One of those should be able to defend a colony, relatively speaking, on its own against any kind of raider attack. Speaking of raiders attacks, in 3 years we'll have this, which should solve a lot of our issues, in my opinion. But I think that's where we're going to leave the episode off here. Not too much happened. We're kind of building up and waiting. But we're kind of implementing our defensive plan. We are getting ordnance moved around. We're getting buoys set up. We are starting to build our new destroyers out. We're starting our, really colonization in terms of mining and exploiting the resources that we have. It's only been 14 years in the game so far. I'll see you guys next time. If you do like the series, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out. And thank you to all the members who are supporting me. Without your support, there may be a lot less videos. I'll see you guys next time.